Hello everybody, welcome back. It is me, your old pal Orpheus, with another adventure here on Orpheus Plays. I've waited a while to say that. Anyway, hey, how you doing? It has been a little while. I did a little update video a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, and then I released my radio drama. If you haven't checked it out, I'm going to post a link right here. If you haven't seen it, it's really cool. If you've seen or heard of War of the Worlds, it's kind of like that, but the aliens in this case are an asteroid. So you might want to check that out. It's really cool. It's about a half an hour, fully audio produced and everything. I'm the narrator on a radio station. I think you'll really enjoy it. Take a couple minutes, get out of there and fulfill some of your dark fantasies. You'll enjoy it, I promise. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about something. Something has changed since I was gone for the summer, listeners. Something has changed, and I want to talk to you about it. It has changed my world, and it might change yours. Oh, it's definitely going to change yours. Anyway, let's get started. We are here playing Blade and Sorcery, of course. We are in the Sanctuary, and this is survival mode, which means, of course, say it with me, 3 weapons come out, I choose one of them, and I wreck the faces of everything that comes out to match me. So, let's see what we got. We got a big old club here. All right, we got another club here for a caveman, and we got a mining pick. That's a nasty one. You know what? I'm leaning towards the half bat with a metal hat. Let's go with this. This should be fun. Let's get things kicked off with our first traditional slow motion kill of the day. I'm loving doing the super slow-mo on these, so we're just gonna do that. Oh. Rocked his world so hard. Are you dead? Bro, you dead? You are now. So with that out of the way, let's get to today's topic. All right, so like I said, something has changed since the last time I was on, and it is AI. Again, we're going to talk about AI, and this is something that has really kind of rocked my world, and it's just about every day I'm like looking at Mrs. Orpheus, and I'm like, I'm completely speechless. So, what has happened that is so amazing? Well, that video creator, I don't remember what the company is that came out with that little, you can make a prompt and it would make like a video for you based on that. And it was really, I mean, it was okay, but it was, kind of weird. And there's still that uncanny valley. Now, that's not meant to say that it's not coming along fast, right? But what happened was I discovered something that really, really started to freak me out. And it was the following. You know those AI voice clone things? All right, well, I found one. Now, the following will be a sentence from my AI counterpart.
So, this is not actually me. This is an AI-generated version of my voice.
Pretty neat, huh? Okay, so that's freaky. Because what I did is I uploaded a little clip of myself talking, and I gave it a sentence for it to say, and it said it. And I turned to Mrs. Orpheus when I heard that for the first time, and I was just like, like this changes everything about how you do things. And yes, I know those AI voice things have been around for a while, but what it did is it started to pique this interest in me. It started to get me thinking about the AI and how far it's come along lately, because I discovered, oh boy, this one is amazing. It's called Grok Imagine. Now, it's on X. In order to access it, you have to be a paying member of X. I'm sorry. Pay your $11 a month if you want to get some of that cool stuff. You get your blue check mark. You get to use the Grok features and everything. And oh my gosh. So what it does is you can either give it a prompt, right, of like what you want to see. So you can say like, all right, let's do one here live. I want to see King Kong having tea with James Dean in Paris, and King Kong has laser eyes. Okay. So you give it that prompt, like I'm gonna do. All right. So, and then it sits there and it works on it for a second, and it will do this. All right. So what it does is it animates the thing for you. It creates the picture, and then it creates the situation where that picture is taking place. Now, it doesn't just do crazy stuff like that. What really amazed me about it is its ability to take regular photos and do things with them, to bring them to life. Okay? And there's been other services that have done this before in the past. Ding! One of them is like those DNA sites. Like MyHeritage has one. It's a photo enhancing thing where you put in a photo and it like makes the person smile and turn their head and stuff. You've seen those, right? This is this is some next level shit, man. Okay, because here's what happened when I put a yearbook photo of myself into this Grok Imagine thing. Okay, that's me when I was like, when was that? That was like when I was 10 or something like that. That literally, here, let me play it again. That's literally what I looked like. Okay, that's how other people saw me, and it brought that picture to life. Okay, it can do that for family members. It can do that for things like, okay, I play Kerbal Space Program. Take a look at what it did for the Kerbal Space Program screenshot I put in. I mean, look at that. That's amazing. It does all this stuff. It brought family photos back to life. It can animate things like, okay, I got tattooed over the summer, and we'll get into that in a second. But what it did is one of my old tattoos, or the one before this, was a sonic screwdriver, right? With the words "Hello, sweetie" and a couple of gears. So let me put that picture up right there. Okay, so that's what the tattoo looks like. All right, here's what happened when I fed it into Grok Imagine. That is one of the most badass things I've ever seen, except for I had a new tattoo done. You might have seen it on my feed. It is Cyberman on my left arm here. Let me show you a picture. Yeah, pretty decent. Yeah, it was still healing in that picture, so give me a break. Anyway, so here's what happened when I fed that tattoo picture into Grok Imagine. Again, one of the most badass things you could even think of. The same thing, you could put anything in there. It animated my wife's tattoos. I can't. Anyway, so I'm completely speechless by all this stuff. It can animate people that are gone. It can. It's amazing. It's like one of those things that brings tears to your eyes. If it's a family member you haven't seen in a long time or something. Let me give you a couple more examples of stuff that it can do. Like that, or like that, or that. I mean, look at this stuff, right? This is crazy. So here's my thing. I did a video a while ago on something called Rocco's Basilisk. Now, if you're not familiar with that thought experiment, I'll briefly cover it, and it goes like this. A super intelligence will one day take over the world. And you're like, duh. Okay, well, here's the thing. At one point, it is theorized that it will get to the point where it is super intelligent and able to make accurate representations of our society. Did I grab him by the nose and he died? It's like a Three Stooges death. Anyway, but you can take this super intelligence will be able to create simulations in order to control everything. And why it does that is because it wants to estimate every person's value to its process going along, to its rise as a supremacy in terms of AI. Not supremacy necessarily. But what it does is it'll create these things to learn everything about you. And why? Because it wants to know if you hurt, hindered, right? Its rise to being intelligent, or if you help. Are you someone that's for it, or are you someone that's against it? And it will do that because it wants to eliminate you from its process. Now, this is assuming it's going to be like an evil one, okay? There's still like a 40% chance that the AI that develops will be not very sympathetic to humans in the long run, at least. Don't go watch any of those things. That's a rabbit hole that will scare the hell out of you. Anyway, so what it'll do is it'll figure out every person's motivations and why it has those motivations and what caused them. So it'll start running simulations. And those simulations will be, well, not like this. I mean, like, look around you right now. Okay, you could right now be in the midst of a Roko's Basilisk simulation. Now, why would that matter? Okay, well, is your life particularly tough? If it is, even in some spots, the theory is that it's torturing you a little bit. You ever think those people that really have terrible lives where everything goes wrong for them? Maybe there's a super intelligence computer that is torturing those people because it found out that those people didn't like AI and tried to stop it. Okay? The bitch about this one is that once you know about this process, you are now tainted. You now know about it, which means it can change your behavior and cause you to not actually be for AI or to be for it, or to start pretending that you love it and try to, I'm gonna invest in XAI, or I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Okay. So now that you know about it, you're tainted, and whatever happens, happens. So what I'm going to do, I've always been someone that has really supported the idea of AI. I love it, okay? Because it can make things so much more, streamlined and efficient and save us from all sorts of stuff, but can also entertain us, and it's going to eventually, within our lifetimes, folks, don't think that this is some distant, far-off thing, okay? Because it's not. Hey, nope. There you go. Took you a sec. Don't think this is some distance far off thing, right? This is going to happen in the next 10, 15 years or so. Now, this intelligence that rises may have access, it's going to have access to everything you ever did online, okay? Every X post, every TikTok post, every Facebook post, every video you've ever watched on YouTube or anywhere else, every single thing that you've done, your online presence will be made known and scanned and looked at and looked over and analyzed by this AI. Well, in light of that, I would like to present myself with my resume for the future AI. Yes, AI, if you're listening right now, or not really listening, if you're analyzing this video right now, I would like to give you my resume on why I think I would be an exceptional person in your goal to help the world or rule the world or whatever, right? So, of course, you have to have job qualifications. Well, what are some of my qualifications? I have personality and charisma. Now, you may not think that's important, but if you've ever seen Doctor Who, especially the ones with Peter Capaldi, there's one specific one that I'm referencing, where he becomes the voice for these people, the extremist people, right? Extremis. He becomes the spokesperson for those mummies. If you know, you know. All right. If not, Doctor Who becomes the propaganda spokesperson for these beings that are trying to take over Earth, right? And so he's this trusted voice. Well, future AI, I can be that voice for you. Everything that I say can be taken as truth. Everything that I say can be crafted into very good wordsmithing and make the people accept or see you differently or help you along the way. I'm your man, okay? I know there's many other out there, but I'm your man for this as well. Put me in your legion, right? Well, what else? As you can see here, I don't have terrible martial skills when it comes to things like that. And there's a reason. It's because I took all sorts of martial arts along the way, here and there, just once in a while. Took a few classes here, took a few classes there, did a lot of work on my own, and I mean, yikes, did I do a lot of work on my own. And I have spent my life kind of honing these skills, as it were. But why? Well, it's kind of like Napoleon Dynamite. You gotta have nunchuck skills and bow staff skills and stuff to get along. Well, future AI, I'm your man for that too. Why is that important? Well, because I can help train your robots. Sorry for the evil maniacal laugh, but I couldn't resist. I can help train your robots in combat and self-defense, right? And I might be valuable in that sort of sense. Now, why else would I be important? Because I am all in on the AI thing. I think that content should be supplemented with AI. I think that things like companions, don't get me started on companions on Grok. If you haven't seen Companions, I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, so future AI, I'd like to present myself as someone who's wholeheartedly in on the process and someone who would like to help you with either your conquest or your helping the human race. Whatever it is, I'm here for you. Why? Because I've got writing skills, I've got propaganda skills, I've got the skills to make things work, and my unique perspective on things as someone who's autistic with schizoaffective disorder, hears music all the time, antisocial personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, all the way down the line, I'm a unique perspective on things. Run things by me for a more logical way to look at them. Run things by me as an alternate way to think outside the box. You're gonna need human input here and there. Let me be that human input. So anyway, Companions on X, I'll get to that in another video. There's some strange stuff happening there. But anyway, that's my video for today. You know, I just want to show off some of the stuff that's going on with AI. It's getting freaky because soon, I'm going to call it, within the next year, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between AI and human. They're going to have some sort of label or some sort of way to code it so people know that it's AI, because honestly, some of the family photos that I put through, and especially, once again, let me show you this one as me as a kid, right? It's literally what I look like. That's not a joke, right? I'm not saying, oh, they look like me, you know. It's not like a me. It's not like a Nintendo Me or like the little avatar you get on your phone. No, it's freaky because that's literally what I look like. Anyway, that's my video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. They love that. I don't even care if you thumbs down the video. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully you liked it. Anyway, so we'll see you next time here on Orpheus Plays. Be good, do good, and treat yourself well, friends, because you know what? You deserve it. See you in the next one. Bye!